In this video, I'll be going over focal blends within Photoshop. Focal blends are the third type of exposure blend I'm gonna go over, and they involve taking two different images at different focal lengths and blending them together. Let me go ahead and show you what I mean. So if we hop into Lightroom here, we got this awesome photo of this seascape here. We also have this awesome rock in the background that looks like a shark's fin, but the only problem is it's so small. If I want to go ahead and make it bigger, one thing I could do is take a second image of it, but with a different focal length. So I took this at 28 millimeters, the other one at 17 millimeters. So now I could go ahead and cut out this and overlay it into this image here and make it bigger. And since it's taken at a different focal length, I'll have much more detail in it. So let's go ahead and combine these images. The first step is, as always, to go ahead and do your raw adjustments. And I'd recommend you do the same raw adjustments with both of these images here. So now that those are both done, let's go ahead and edit in Photoshop, but open as layers. All right, so if we hop into Photoshop here, we now have these two layers. Let's go ahead and put the zoomed in layer on the top here. So the first thing I like to do is decrease the opacity of this layer and hit V to select the move tool and simply drag it so that it fits along the horizon here. So let's make sure this horizon is lined up. And as you can see, that's how much bigger it'll get. But you know what? Let's go ahead and make it even bigger here. Let's hit Control T and just drag this to be bigger. And let's see how big we can make this. Yeah, I think that's looking a little bit better now. Make it even bigger. Yeah, I kind of like that size. Got a nice big fin here. So let's make sure these horizons are lined up once again here. Very carefully here. All right, I think that's looking pretty good. Let's zoom out here and hit OK. And now we can go ahead and increase this opacity back to normal. And now let's go ahead and create a layer mask on here. So essentially we're gonna do the exact same technique we did with the time blend video. Just create a layer mask and paint through to the bottom layer. So let's get a black paintbrush and let's begin painting. I'm gonna use a brush that's fairly hard here because this horizon is pretty hard when we blend across here. Let's go like that and paint this in. And now you can see we already have a fairly solid looking blend here. Let's get this ocean fixed up a little bit. And we are looking superb actually. Let's undo that. So the only problem is we have this sun here, and in the bigger image the sun is over here. So let's go ahead and paint through with a soft brush here the sun in this part of the sky here. I'm gonna blend these clouds together very carefully here. Maybe like that. So now, as you can see, we have this nice sun that's been added in there. And yeah, get rid of this top here. The cool thing about having two skies is you could easily blend parts of them. Let's not do that. And yeah, I think that's looking pretty bomb actually. So I think we did have a few more issues. Let's zoom in here. You can see on this horizon here, we got some issues with the layering. So to go ahead and fix this area, we can simply create a new layer here. Select, let's go with the clone stamp tool. Select some of this area here. And there we go. Sample right here again. Maybe let's sample from here. Drag like that. And click there, get that. And I think that's looking pretty good there. All right, so now I could go ahead and now that those are blended, I could go through and do my normal edits. Obviously I had some censor spots on there. I'd probably wanna clean that ocean up a bit more, make it a bit more blue, but you get the general gist. The thing about focal blends though is that they're all slightly different. So this one we were able to blend the sky a little bit and I didn't necessarily have to make an exact selection of that rock. Sometimes you might have a mountain and you might need to make an exact selection of that mountain and then just expand that edge of that mountain and then blend it into the background a little better. However, the main point of this video is to show you that it can be done if you're shooting with that wide angle and you really want to expand something in the background. Let's go ahead and hop to the next video.